I've presented the University of the People in numerous places around the world, some of them very prestigious. I'm very excited to be here, though, at the DLD Women and tell you about what has happened to the University of the People since I announced it at the DLD 3 years ago. And this is so important for me, so significant for me, because I believe that you are the audience that can understand, can identify, and can help us to further realize our mission. And our mission is to open the gates to higher education for everyone. And this is especially true to women in developing countries, many of whom are deprived from higher education. And I want to read to you what one of our students, I'm trying.
Okay. Oh, so keep talking, Shai.
Okay.
Try
no,
it that
that's
way.
not
Okay,
the one.
here we go.
That's not the one.
It's not really working.
Wow. You see all the secrets. Okay. What one of our students, Nanawawu from Gambia, says, University of the People has empowered us, giving us the basic right of education. Even though we were rags and never had a penny, they opened their doors and saw the potential in us. An educated nation is an empowered nation. Your people is here to empower us and to build nations. This is University of the People. We open the gates to higher education for everyone, men and women. And let me give you some examples of what I mean by opening the gates to everybody. Take, for example, Yassine from Benin. She was born to a poor family, but was able to go to school, only until her parents lost their job and she was forced to quit. She had to go on the streets to sell fruits. For 5 years, she sold fruits on the streets until her uncle was able to help her going back to school. She graduated with great grades. She applied to a university. She asked for a scholarship. She got denied. No hope, no chance for a bright future, until she became a student of University of the People. For women like Yassine, the gates to higher education are now open. Take Nelia from Peru. She was on her way to her university. She got into a devastating car accident, spent 1.5 years in the hospital to come out on a wheelchair. She couldn't find nor afford handicap-accessible university where she lives. No hope, no bright future, until she became a student of University of the People. For women like Nelia, the gates to higher education are now open. Last but obviously not least, Mary from Tanzania. She's a mother to a young boy, but she lives in a country where women, culturally, for cultural reasons, are discouraged from going back to school, not even mentioning being able to afford it. Again, no hope, no chance for a bright future until she became a student of University of the People. For people like Marie, the gates to higher education are now open. So these are a few examples of women who were lucky and made it into University of the People. But they also represent millions and millions of women around the world for whom the gates to higher education are being closed. For them, we started the University of the People to open the gates to higher education for everyone. When I announced the University of the People here at the DLD 3 years ago, it was for me a significant turning point in my life. I've been in for-profit education for over 20 years. I've been in charge of educational programs for hundreds of thousands of students from kindergarten to college level. Among others, I started the first online university outside of the US in Europe. That's where I learned how powerful online learning can be. We had students from all over the world. They stayed at home, they kept their job, and still got this great education. But while having this great success, deep inside, I felt uncomfortable. Because for most people, this great education was nothing but a wishful thinking. It was too expensive. I sold this business and I sold this university and the rest of my business, and I went into semi-retirement, only to realize that it's not really for me. I wanted to continue. But it was also clear to me that I do not want to do more of the same. I have enough. I'm fortunate. It's my turn now to give back. And if I want to give back, I want to do it in a way that will have an impact on the world. And if you want to have an impact on the world, it must be through education. And this is not because that's the only thing I know how to do, which is, by the way, the truth, but also, and more important, when you think about it, when you educate one person, you can change life. But when you educate many, you can change the world. So I looked around, and I realized that much that is needed to open the gates to higher education is available and for free. Open source technology that is there for everyone to use for free, open educational resources, content that people produce and put on the net for the rest of the world to use for free, and the new internet culture of social networking where people share, teach, and learn from each other for free. All I had to do is to bring it all together. So I did, and I created University of the People. University of the People is the first ever non-profit, tuition-free online university. The gates to higher education are now open to everyone. As I said, we announced this university 3 years ago, but let me tell you what we have achieved since. We have accepted so far 1,500 students, 1,500 students. 95%, by the way, are saying that they would recommend us to their friends as a good place. I guess it must mean that we do something right. They are coming from 132 countries, from the United States to the United Arab Emirates, from Indonesia to Micronesia, from South Sudan to Azerbaijan, every corner of the world. For these 1,500 students, we have 2,900 volunteering professors. 2,900 volunteering professors jump on board to help our students. We have a ratio of about two professors to each student. I'm not sure that there are a lot of universities with this kind of ratio. And look where they're coming from. They're coming from the best universities. Our President Council consists of the Vice Chancellor of Oxford, the President of NYU, the Rector of the Academy of Paris, and others. Our Provost team are from Columbia University. Our Deans are from NYU, and our top academic leadership coming from Harvard, Yale, Michigan, INSEAD, etc. We are partners with Yale Law School for research. We are partners with NYU, where our best students, after a year with us, can be accepted to NYU Abu Dhabi, fully paid by NYU. And we are partners with HP to offer our students the opportunity for online internship. We have over 1 million fans on Facebook. Over 1 million fans on Facebook. We are the second largest university in the world on Facebook. We are second to Harvard. We are number 2. It means that we should try harder, right? We are especially proud that we were able to cut down almost the entire cost of higher education. We are tuition free. The only thing we expect our students to pay is the end of exams fees. So the only thing they pay is the end of exams fees, and even that only if they can afford it. We offer business administration and computer science. And the reason for that is clear. Our students are coming to us in order to have better chance for their future. And for that reason, business administration and computer science are the likeliest program to help them find a job, because these are the two programs most in demand worldwide. But there is another reason that for us is as important, or maybe even more important. When our students take a class, they are being put together in a virtual classroom with 25 students from 25 different countries. A program is about, a bachelor degree program is about 40 courses, 40 times in a row. Every time, 3 more minutes. Every time they take a course, they are being put together with 25 students from 25 different countries. We believe that this is extremely element in our program because picture for a second what happened when students from Israel and Palestine study together. Picture what happened when students from India and Pakistan study together. Picture what happened when students from Greece and Turkey study together. They learn to know each other, to understand and to respect each other. Instead of being enemies outside of the class, they become friends. We believe that this is extremely important element in our program, which brings peace a bit closer in our world. There is one element in our program that I'm extremely disappointed of. Only 20% of our students are women. 80% of our students are male, 20% are women. And if you look at sub-Saharan Africa, the situation is even worse. Only 10% of our students in sub-Saharan Africa are women. And this is so striking because our programs are especially geared toward being able to assist women. I want to change this situation. I want to educate more women. I hope that you and your companies will be able to assist us there. I want you to imagine. Stop for a second and imagine. Imagine what will happen if we have 1,000 women from sub-Saharan Africa studying with us, getting American education, graduating with an American degree. Imagine what it will do to the women, to their families, to their countries, and to the world. And obviously to their continent as well. Don't stop imagine. Imagine also what will happen if these 1,000 women will come from every continent. I created University of the People in order to open the gates to higher education for everyone. It is my desire to make a gender balance. I'm especially happy to be here because I believe that you are the very people who represent the organization that can help us in doing so. I'm very pleased to announce the creation of University of the People Women's Scholarship Fund to help the women who are eligible for higher education but cannot afford even the examination fee. I hope you will be able to help them financially. $1,000 will pay for a woman for a year of study of a woman. $2,000 will bring her all the way to associate degree. I hope that you will help us make a difference. I hope that you will help us to change the future of women and the world. Join us in bringing democracy, in opening the gates to higher education for everyone. Thank you so much.